The internet claims Alaska made it illegal to push a live moose out of an airplane. It also says you cannot wake a sleeping bear to take its picture. Great stories. Tiny problem, nobody can produce the statutes. But Alaska's real laws are better. Pilots need mosquito nets and fishing tackle. Bars must remove visibly drunk customers. Some communities can vote to outlaw possession of alcohol, and the state has legal instructions for rats hiding on boats. Here are 10 actual Alaska laws, proving that when nature can freeze, bite, trample, or eat you, the rulebook gets extremely specific. This is Alaska's 10 strangest real laws. Number 10. An Alaska presiding judge may appoint a suitable person as a marriage commissioner when the public interest requires it. That commissioner can solemnize marriages within the assigned jurisdiction, much like a judge or magistrate. So if your destination wedding has a glacier, 2 witnesses, and no officiant, Alaska can solve the problem with judicially approved temporary staffing. By the power vested in me by this laminated piece of paper, and because the actual judge is 400 miles away, you may kiss. Number 9. Alaska broadly prohibits roadside outdoor advertising, subject to specific exceptions for certain signs and locations. The policy makes sense. When the scenery includes mountains, glaciers, and wild rivers, nobody needs a 40-foot attorney promising to fight for your snowmobile claim. Alaska looked at the majestic wilderness and said, "You know what would ruin this? A giant sign for discount flooring. The mountains are the advertisement. The product is hypothermia." Number 8. Alaska lets a municipality or established village vote on local alcohol restrictions. Depending on the option adopted, a community may prohibit sales, importation, or even possession, with narrow exceptions, such as limited sacramental wine. So crossing a local boundary can transform your bottle from weekend plans into please consult Title IV. This isn't a statewide ban, and these rules address serious community concerns. But legally, parts of Alaska can be drier than your emergency freeze-dried dinner. Number 7, a liquor licensee or employee may not, with the required level of criminal negligence, allow a drunken person to enter or remain on licensed premises, or keep consuming alcohol there, which creates Alaska's most awkward customer service announcement. Congratulations, you have used the bar so successfully that you must now leave the bar. The establishment sold the beverage, provided the chair, and played the music, but once you become visibly overqualified, your membership is revoked. Number 6, Alaska regulations restrict intentionally or negligently feeding specified wildlife, including moose and bears, or leaving food and garbage in ways that attract them, subject to stated exceptions. Because a moose is not a woodland horse who wandered over for a granola bar, it is a 1,500-pound wall of knees with no interest in your homeowner's deductible. Feed it once, and tomorrow it returns with relatives, expectations, and a strong opinion about your landscaping. Number 5, Alaska's invasive rodent regulation addresses owners and operators of vessels, vehicles, aircraft, facilities, and other conveyances that knowingly or unknowingly harbor live rats and related Muridae rodents. Yes, unknowingly. Alaska's message to boat captains is, we understand you didn't invite the rat. We also understand the rat has no valid ticket. Ports and certain facilities that fine rodents may need an ongoing control plan. In Alaska, even the stowaway has regulatory paperwork. Number 4, north of the Yukon River, firearm hunting is prohibited within 5 miles on either side of the highway running toward the Arctic Ocean. That creates a protected corridor, 10 miles wide, around one extremely long road. Alaska did not put up a tiny no hunting sign. It drew a legal force field across the tundra. If your hunting plan begins with, I'll just pull over on the Dalton Highway, your next step should be reading the map, not loading the truck. Number 3, Alaska generally prohibits shooting or helping shoot a free-ranging wolf or wolverine on the same day a person has been airborne. There are exceptions, including regularly scheduled commercial flights and authorized game management programs. But under the ordinary rule, your Cessna cannot become a same-day wildlife location service. Land the plane, admire the view, and wait. Because Alaska wants hunting to involve more tracking than checking where you pointed from the passenger window. Number 2, taking a brown or grizzly bear with criminal negligence within half a mile of a solid waste disposal facility is a Class A misdemeanor, unless an exception or defense applies. Why? A garbage dump attracts bears, And shooting an animal drawn to a human food source is neither sporting nor sound management. But the statutory headline is magnificent. Please do not hunt the bear while it is visiting the buffet we accidentally built. Alaska protects dumpster bears with a legal moat measured in fractions of a mile. And number one, an airman generally may not fly inside Alaska without a legally specified emergency kit. Summer equipment includes a week of rations per person, an axe or hatchet, first aid, fishing tackle, a knife, fire starter, mosquito head nets, and signaling devices. In winter, add snowshoes, sleeping bags, and blankets. Alaska does not let a pilot say, "Relax, I watched 3 survival videos." The state wants hooks, flies, sinkers, smoke signals, and a written plan for mosquitoes. This is less an airplane regulation than a legally mandated season of a loan stored behind the back seat. Those are 10 strange but real Alaska laws. Some sound ridiculous only because Alaska's ordinary problems include bush plane emergencies, invasive rats, dumpster grizzlies, and moose treating your garbage like DoorDash. And remember, pushing a moose from an airplane is not a verified Alaska statute. But flying without your legally specified mosquito head net and fishing tackle, that one has a section number. Which Alaska law surprised you most? Leave it in the comments, follow for state number 3, and check your boat for rats before Alaska writes you an eradication plan.